What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Swole, TCG. We're out here with that fire, that heat, that sauce. Boys, once again, yo, I'm very happy to bring this to you. Pure Canine Combo Guide Part 2. So we're gonna cover the in-depth lines. Guys, I'm just gonna go over some unique scenarios just so you guys can kind of understand how you should be thinking when you're playing Pure Canine or any canine variant in general. So I'm just gonna go over a couple more lines that a lot of people miss and don't really understand. So before we get into that though, did y'all get your steps in? Did y'all touch grass today, boys? Touch some grass today, boys. All right, get outside. We got that beautiful fall weather. It's not that cold. All right, it's cold, but it's not that cold. All right, throw a jacket on, pull this video out, go for a walk around your block, go to a park if you don't got blocks. I don't know, go to a park, walk around, put the video on, get that fresh air, boys. The moment the video's done, you know, your steps are in. You got your cardio done for the day. You know, you just bettered yourself. You know, I mean, you're bettering yourself with your cardiovascular health. You're bettering yourself with your metabolism. You're bettering yourself with your immune system, because the metabolism and immune system go together. It's all part of the endocrine system, all right? So that all in turn is just gonna benefit you and better you as a whole, because we're not just bettering ourselves mentally, boys, we're bettering ourselves physically, all right? So get out there and stay active. And if you're my swomies, yo, boys, once you finish that gym, job's not finished. Like the good old Kobe says, job's not finished, boys. Go hop on that Stairmaster, hop on that treadmill. Cardio is just as important as the workout, if not more. If not, I'm lying, it's not more important, but it is very important, all right? So make sure you guys get your steps in. It's too easy, guys. It's the same thing I always do, all right? The same thing I always do. I just put on a YouTube video, I'm watching other people's lines, other people's ideas, combos, putting it all in my head, and you know, the moment I finish those videos, my cardio is already done. Like, it's that easy. You put this video on, you watch the video, you're looking at it, you're like, ah, yeah, can't wait to check this out. Boom, your cardio's done. It's done. It's that easy, boys. All right, so don't miss out on getting your steps in, guys. Now, without further ado, guys, please stay tuned to the end. I'm going to cover everything that we're going to be going over, everything that's coming out. I have a lot to put out to you guys, and I appreciate your patience. Now, let's go ahead and jump on into this Pure Canine Combo Guide, Part 2. All right, boys, we're going to go ahead and jump on into this. And we're going to start off with our one card combo just for a brief run through. We'll get into the in-depth lines, but for new viewers, I do just want to show the one card combo here. So we'll go ahead and grab our one card, and then we'll go ahead and, you know, throw out some random stuff here. All right, so we got our one single starter here, boys. And I hope you guys do not, like, if you if you guys had a Fua in hand and you only have one starter, you might as well just pass. But anyways, we'll go ahead and activate a case for Canine. Go ahead and grab us our copy of Noroi. We're gonna go ahead and normal summon Noroi. Noroi effect on summon to special a Canine. That is gonna be a copy of our Canine Jokel. We'll then go ahead and activate Jokel's effect. We'll go ahead and grab us our copy of Lantern. From here, we'll activate Noroi effect, sending our copy of a case for Canine to look at our opponent's hand. So now we have hand knowledge. We're gonna go ahead and overlay these two into our copy of Ripper. We are then gonna go ahead and use Ripper effect and grab us our copy of Release Restraint. The reason you grab Release Restraint first is because if you try to out anything, Release Restraint can target any rank 5, not just a canine, all right? So you can target any of your rank 5s and rank it up into a canine monster. So this helps protect you and help protect your combo lines, and I'll demonstrate that further as we get into the video and other lines, but this helps protect you. So this is the first one that you wanna grab. Typically, it depends on what your opponent hand is. If you know your opponent's might interrupt you and stop you and this won't help you, then you grab force. It just all depends on your opponent hand. And this deck plays a lot better when you get interacted with, obviously, because you want to interact, you get double value off Ripper. Your Zunas become live, your Lupus becomes live. But anyways, from here, we're gonna go ahead and activate Lantern effect, targeting our Noroi and Graveyard to special summon both. From here, we'll activate Lantern effect. and grab our copy of Force. From here, we're going to go ahead and overlay these two into our copy of Nash Knight. Then from here, now you can go ahead and rank this guy up if you want to C104, but for me personally, I don't feel like that's necessary. I feel like Nash Knight gives you better value, and then you can just rank him up with release restraint and then use force on that, because people are going to be focused on the Ripper. Everybody always forgets that this can target any generic rank 5 and turn it into a K9. So this paired with this is just like absolutely cracked. So off of one single card, guys, we got 2 interruptions, because this is going to turn into a werewolf and is a non-target pop. So that's a 2 interruption card. We got 3 interruptions, 4 interruptions, 5 interruptions, and then 4 non-engine in hand, off of one single card. All right, so that is your standard K9 combo. When people tell me a K9 is not that good, I just laugh at their face because they have no idea what they're talking about. And that's with not being interacted with. If I got interacted with, this line would have been 20 times crazier. So that's the cool part about K9. So we'll go ahead and go into some advanced lines now that I got rid of the 1-card combo for you guys. I just wanted to demonstrate that a little bit for you. We're going to go ahead and review something that people mess up constantly with K9. I've seen it happen multiple times. So we're going to go ahead and demonstrate what I'm talking about here. All right. All right. So with a build like this and the ratios that I have inside here, especially if you're following my deck list, but even if you're not following my deck list, you're also going to most likely playing very close, if not similar. You're still going to have somewhat similar ratios where you're typically going to have like 3 non-engine and then 2 starters. That's typically my hand. It's very rare that I'll have like, 4 starters or something like that. It's extremely rare. Obviously RNG plays a factor in it, but typically this is a standard hand that I would have. Obviously not Ibn per match, but it's a variety of hand traps and then like 2 starters. Now with you going first, if this was your hand going first, what would you do? A lot of people would normal summon Noroi. That is incorrect. All right, you do not normal summon Noroi if this is your hand. If you have 3 non-engine, a Jokul in hand and Noroi, you do not normal summon Noroi. Because what happens when you normal summon Noroi and you activate their effect and the impermit or the Veiler it, right? You're done. There's nothing you can do. You have 4 hand traps and a Jokul, and you already normal summon. So your Jokul's just dead in your hand. All right, so that is incorrect. All right, so don't get jumpy out the gate just because you have a Noroi in hand. This deck is all meant for combos and it helps push through boards. The way you push through boards is use Jokul's effect, revealing Noroi. All right, so you go Jokul, reveal Noroi, special. Now, the reason this is better than normal summoning Noroi is because 1, you have a Jokul search to get you more additional engine, and 2, you already have 2 5s on board to go into your Ripper. So if they already interrupt you with your Jokul, you can just go into Ripper and then you already have a Ripper. Right? And if they for some reason have some out to Ripper, right, you still have a Ripper on field with 3 non-engine, so it's really not that bad. All right, so we'll go ahead and activate Jokul effect. And now from here, since we don't know what your opponent has, we can go the safe route. You can grab an Azuna if you want to, but typically what we can do is just go ahead and grab us a copy of Lantern. Lantern's going to be a better call in this instance, just because we're going to go ahead and overlay these 2 bad boys into our copy of Ripper right out the gate. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and activate Ripper effect. And that is going to go ahead and grab us our copy of Force. From here, we're going to go ahead and activate Lantern effect, targeting our Noroi. We're going to go ahead and activate Lantern effect. Grabbing our copy of A Case for K9. We're going to go ahead and activate our copy of A Case for K9. Grabbing a copy of Noroi. We're going to activate Noroi effect to look at our opponent's hand. And then from there, now that we have hand knowledge, we can go ahead and overlay these 2.
into our copy of Nash Knight. We still have not normal summoned, so we can go ahead and normal summon Noroi effect. Bring out Azuna effect. Dump Lupus. And then from there, we could leave these bodies up on the field if you wanted to, all right? Or you can go into another rank 5, all right? So it's all dependent on what you want to do, but we leave these bodies on the field, we'll keep a Lupus live in grave. So we can always just quick XCs, because you don't know if your opponent might be able to bounce one. And if they bounce your Nash, then you can just go back into Nash again with Lupus, which that's always funny. That's why I always shit on Draco Tails, because when they bounce like an XYZ for me, it's like cool. It's like, I'm bringing back now. So you can leave these live, or you can go into it. Me personally, I just go into another rank, just because I just want to have as much advantage as possible. And then it all depends on the non-engine that you have. Now you can go into Jax here if you want to. Force is really great paired with Jax because it's layered interruption, because you'll get the pop on resolution, and then you'll have the pop on a new chain. So a double pop is like pretty crazy, but overall it's kind of irrelevant, because I mean, you still have a Nash with 3 non-engine in hand. So I mean, if you're looking at it like this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Lupus and Grave, 7, 8, 9 interruptions, all off of, you know, just a 2-card combo that could have ended horribly for you if you got in-perned on Noroi summon. So make sure you guys are playing smart with that. I had to bring this up because I've seen people play like that. So if you're one of those people, I hope this helped you out, just because you need to make sure that you guys see the different lines and see what happens. You know, you got to prepare for everything in these situations. So if you have a Jokul and 1/5 in hand, you always do Jokul's effect. All right, now that we have our Numens, we'll also go into the Numen lock again, just so people can see it, because people asked a lot of questions on it and weren't completely understanding. So I will cover it again here. So we'll go ahead and grab us our copy of Jokul, a copy of Nib, and our copy of 7th Tachyon. All right, so from here, what you're gonna do is activate 7th Tachyon. To search, what we're gonna reveal is gonna be C101. Let me get the lighting on it. There we go. So we have a Water Aqua 5. All right, so Water Aqua 5, that's what we're looking for. It just has to be one, whether water or aqua, but we got both of them. Numen's literally both, so it doesn't even matter. So this is our target here, Numen. Neither player can special summon monsters with 1800 or less attack. All right, so this is our Water 5. So we'll add this. We'll go ahead and put the copy of Nib at the top of the deck for resolving 7th Tachyon. Then from here, what we're gonna do is go Jokul, reveal Testudo. And then we'll go Jokul effect. That is gonna go ahead and grab us our copy of Noroi. From here, we're gonna go ahead and overlay these two. Into our copy of Ripper. We're then going to use Ripper effect, discarding the Testudo. That's very important. You guys send the Testudo Numen guy to the graveyard. Ripper's effect, and we'll go ahead and resolve this. We'll grab us a copy of Lantern. We're going to go ahead and normal summon our copy of Noroi effect. Special, we'll go ahead and special Azuna effect the dump. It could literally be anything. You could have gone for a Lupus here, but you don't really need to. This is just in case our opponent kind of stops us a little bit. Now we have to go into a K9 monster here. So what we're gonna go ahead and grab is a copy of our Jax. From here, we're gonna go Lantern effect, target the lupus. And then from here we'll go lantern effect. Grab us our copy of force. Then we will go ahead and overlay these two. Whoop. Into our copy of Princess. Now we'll go ahead and activate Princess effect. Discarding our copy of Lantern, it is targeted protected because of lupus. We'll go ahead and grab our Testudo and special summon them out. And then we have our forced release here. And we also have 2 other cards in hand, right? So we have 2 cards in hand. We have a 1, 2, 3, because this also special summons when it's sent to the grave. Floodgate, so 4, 5, 6 interruptions plus 2 cards in hand. And I mean, that's gonna be a hard floodgate to out. So that's all basic right there. This just shits on Yummy, it shits on Malice. I mean, it's really oppressive the moment you get this out. So, and it stops Mitsu lines because they can't summon out their guys because none of them are 1800 and less, or 1800, more than 1800 attack. So everything 1800 and less, it can't be special. So it shuts off Haba. So that is that for the Testudo line. Just so you know, so you see how you can protect it, how you play. And that was without being interacted with, guys. Like, you guys got to understand, like, this is a mid board because our opponent didn't interact with us. And the fact that I'm saying this is a mid board is like hilarious. That's how crazy like K9 is. Like, people don't realize how intense this deck gets. Like, the moment my opponent starts interacting with me, I'm like, awesome, you just gave me like 3-card advantage. All right, and then let's see here. We'll go over another one. We'll just go over, you know, we'll do, let's do the Durendal line here. We'll say, we'll go, yeah. I'll show you guys the Durendal line. So we'll say we have Droll in hand, and we'll go Case. All right, well, we need another card in hand, so we'll just do, let's go. All right, so say we actually have a Droll in hand, 3 other non-engine, it's absolutely relevant. So 3 other non-engine, this is how we shut our opponent down. This is how you turn skip. The moment you see Droll in hand, like, you should be happy and you should be wanting your opponent to Fua you. All right, so if your opponent Fuas you while you have Droll in hand and you have any starter at all, you can literally hand wipe them and just, it's GG's because they're on top deck and you have an established field. All right, so we'll go ahead and activate our copy of Case for K9. Grab our copy of Noroi. Normal summon our Noroi, activate Noroi effect, and then say our opponent Fua'd us here. Cool. Go into, we'll go ahead and grab us our copy of Jokul. We'll activate Jokul effect. Grab us our copy of Azuna. We'll go ahead and overlay these 2. Into our copy of Ripper. Now, you guys could have looked at your opponent's hand first, but they're going to get another 2 draws, so it's kind of irrelevant. But if you wanted to, you could have sent this with Noroi and looked at the opponent's hand. But I'm mainly just showing you guys like how to get there. So from here, you got the Ripper out. All right, so now they're at 2 draws. We'll activate Ripper's effect here. Grab us our copy of Lantern. Activate Azuna effect, special, Azuna effect, dump. Dump Lupus, Lupus effect to special. Now we're gonna go ahead and activate Lantern Effect, target Noroi. The reason you're doing this is because we don't know what the cards are inside our hand. We'll go Lantern Effect. Grab our copy of Forced. Set our copy of Force. It's very important. If you have spells and traps, set them, but you need at least one other card in your hand with the Droll. All right, so you need at least one card in your hand with the Droll in order to resolve this properly. So from here, we'll go ahead and overlay these two into our copy of Durendal. Now, from here, guys, now your Durendal is protected because you have it with Lupus. And what's gonna happen is, hopefully these were traps, but it's irrelevant at this point. What you're gonna do is once you summon this out, you get a draw. On resolution of the draw, we're gonna go ahead and activate Durendal Effect. And for the people that don't understand what Durendal does, you can detach one material from this card. Each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand into the deck, then draws the same number of cards shuffled into the deck. All right, so he's protected by Lupus, he can't impermanent. And then chain link 1 Durendal, detaching the Azuna to shuffle the cards in the hand. Chain link 2 Droll. All right, so now the chain will resolve. Droll is now in effect. Durendal will try to resolve as much as possible. It will shuffle the hands in, and no draws will happen. All right, so now our hand's gone, but we already have a Force set. We have these two guys on the field, so we'll go ahead and overlay them. The Fu is now dead because he couldn't do anything, and we'll go into Nash. So the moment you summon anything, they're cooked. You know, you got Nash, you got Ripper that's gonna upgrade into a werewolf with a pop, so whatever the draw is nothing. So it's just GG's right here, and then Durendal can negate anything. So this is just absolutely insane. That's why like main decking Droll inside a K9 build is just so superior, because the moment they charm you just absolutely obliterate them and you punish them, especially if you have Droll in hand. And that's just game right there. I mean, that's an instant win. That's why you play Durendal, it's an instant win. So these are the cool techs. A couple people were asking me, if you guys want to know other lines, or if you guys heard of other lines that you want to know, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to show you guys the different lines. These are like the big questions, the ones that people like ask me, or I've just noticed people misplaying. If you guys have any ideas or any questions for yourself, let me know, and I will be happy to show you guys more in-depth lines. But this deck performs a lot better when you have an opponent interacting with you. All right, when your opponent is interacting with you, this deck is 20 times better. You get a lot more advantage, so stay tuned for the Swole duel that's coming out, because me playing the deck is going to give you a better idea on how to utilize the combos properly. Peace.
All right, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed that Pure K9 Combo Guide Part 2. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you guys made some of those common errors, or if there's other lines that you know about that could help better the community as a whole. Hit them in the comments, guys, because that's what we're building out here, boys. We're building a community that helps each other without a paywall for spreadsheets and all that. We're giving the sauce out, boys. We're giving the sauce out. We're helping each other. We're building a strong and communicative community. All right, so guys, make sure you guys share your info, share your thoughts, share your ideas, and share what you guys want to see as well. All right, and everybody in the community, feel free to comment on each other and talk to each other. All right, that's what we're doing out here. That's what we're building. Now, to get into what we are going to be going over very soon, we got Pure Mitsu, we got Mitsu Primite. Mitsu Primite's insane. That is coming out very soon, hopefully this weekend. I'm waiting on comments, guys. I don't understand what the delay is with commons. You know, I get high rarity stuff like that, but the moment I say like, oh yeah, I need 2 common normal monsters, bro, it's like it takes like 3 weeks to get it. But I'm waiting on that. So that's the only thing I'm waiting on to finish up the Pure Mitsu, or I'm sorry, not the Pure Mitsu, but the Mitsu Primite. So once that comes out, it'll be hopefully this week. If not, I'm just gonna run it with 2 random commons that I'll pick up today or whatever. But we also have Swole Duels, Pure K9 Swole Duel for modern format. Then we are gonna do an Edison Max Rarity Glad Beast deck from your boy. You know, that's my jam. That was my old baby. So we're gonna do a Max Rarity Glad Beast Edison Swole Duel. All right, and then I will also do a revised Edison deck profile for you guys as well, Max Rarity GBs. So that's going to be on the way too. Guys, I am cooking up Genesis builds. I just started looking at the point system just because right now I am confident in Pure K9. I'm confident in K9 as a meta.
I will put out more content as we get to it. My next regional is going to be in December, early December. So once that happens, we'll have a lot more canine content, because then I'll update you. And I'm going to continue to play pure canine. That will be my deck of choice until something dramatic changes, whether it's the Dark Magician support comes out or the ban list comes out. For right now, I'm running pure canine. When Dark Magician supports come out, it's Azamina everything, guys. So stay tuned for that, because everything's gonna have Azamina. I will do an Azamina Mitsu build as well. I need to put that together for you guys. So the Mitsu builds will keep coming out. The pure canine is gonna be pure canine for right now, because I'm continuing to test it and I need to make sure that I'm proficient. I don't want to keep switching up my canine build, because I want to make sure that I am ready for this regional. So it'll be pure canine until after my regional. I think it's December 10th or 12th or something like that the regional is. I gotta look at the calendar, but it's one of those dates. And after that regional, then we'll start mixing up some canine engines and going into that until we get to a ban list or the Azamina support. It's Dark Magician support, but it's really Azamina support, all right? Oh boys, I'm too excited for all this stuff that's coming out. I'm cooking up X-Saber K9 too, guys. Ooh. Guys, listen, I'm cooking up some stuff, man, especially in Genesis. All right, so I'm working on some Genesis stuff too. I just started touching the format, but it's really cool, some unique ideas. Not a huge fan of certain points systems that they have, but I think you can get a little bit creative with it. So I'm trying out different ideas. So I will post that on the channel as well. But obviously the main focus on this channel will be modern, because I've always been a modern person. Just because even back in Edison, it wasn't considered Edison, it was considered modern, right? So that's why I love the Edison format. I'm just, so all day modern, but I love all forms of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I want to make sure that, and I'm sure other people out there also love different formats of Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. So I'm going to do my best to put out more information regarding those formats, and I'll announce those as it comes. It won't be as significant as modern takes and modern builds, but it will be an additional support for you guys that also like to dabble inside other areas of Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, so that is on the way. We got a lot of content on the way. I appreciate all you guys' love and feedback, guys. I did order a mic, and guess what? It was the wrong connection for my iPhone, so I couldn't use the mic. So now I have to get a new mic, boys. So I apologize again. I don't have the mic yet. I will get the mic. All right, I'm getting the mic. This time I'll order the correct connector piece for it. So that's on the way as well. We're going to continue to enhance the setup, enhance the quality of these videos, and make sure that it's just over around perfect. So with that being said, guys, if you have friends, you got family, you got local people that want to join a community, want to better themselves, whether it's mentally or physically, send them the link to the channel, boys. All right, let's get them motivated, let's get them hyped up, let's get them inspired, and let's create this beautiful community that we're doing right now, where we just get creative and take new, fresh takes on meta. So very excited for everything that's coming up, guys. We're almost at 500 subscribers, guys. I appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving me, man. I don't say that enough, because like I was AFK. I was AFK for like a week there with being sick, traveling for work, all this stuff, and I've been continuing to grow. We're already almost at 400 subscribers. So that's actually pretty crazy, considering there's nothing significant happening right now. There's no significant events. We're growing pretty steadily. So we're almost at 500 subscribers. Once we get there, boys, I will do the giveaway. It's gonna be an awesome giveaway. I'm gonna make sure it's meta impactful. It's gonna change somebody's, well, not change your Yu-Gi-Oh! Life, right? So I'll make sure you guys get something meta impactful that's gonna help you guys build a meta relevant deck. And I can't wait to do that. We'll do a separate video. It's going to be a nice, cool thing that we do, just like a real positive thing to show how much positivity we have in the community, a little sneak peek on kind of how I'm going to plan the giveaway. But it's just going to be sharing positive thoughts and everything to everybody in the community. So with that being said, that is on the way. And then our next goal is 1,000 subscribers. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, guys, that is when I'm going to create a Discord where we can all talk and communicate, all right? Because I got people hitting me up on YouTube, I got people emailing me, I got people on Facebook, believe it or not. So we're going to create a Discord to collaborate everybody's thoughts and ideas into one area. So it's not just on the channel for people to view, but it's also inside one area for different deck strategies. So if you're a canine lover, we're going to have our own canine group, so on and so forth, right? So I'm going to make sure that we get that going, so stay tuned for that. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll 100% get that going, so we can make sure that everybody's talking and communicating together and coming up with good strategies. So I appreciate all the love and support, guys. Stay tuned. We got a lot on the way.